Frank Sinatra died in 1998 after years of heart problems and stress. What many people may not know is that behind the show-stopping exterior and the legendary singing voice, there may have been a high-salt diet, including his favorite Italian sausage for breakfast. And you may not be a star on the Vegas stage, but you could be damaging your blood vessels and brain in a similar way just by starting your days with stress. Why is your blood pressure still high, even though you've cut down on food, taken your medication regularly, and switched to whole wheat bread? Many older adults still believe that a hot dog won't hurt. But science now warns, regular consumption of hot dogs, even a small amount in the morning, can silently increase the risk of thickening blood, causing inflammation of blood vessels and creating pressure on the thyme. That heavy feeling in your legs in the afternoon, that strange pressure in your head after breakfast. After 60, sausages are more than just food. It could be a test sound that your active circuits face every morning. So let's start with the most dangerous habit in your breakfast. 1. The medication that's silently sapping your energy. You've taken everything your doctor told you to do. You take your blood pressure meds, your cholesterol meds, even your vitamins. But what if the very pills that are supposed to protect you are secretly draining your energy? As we age, our bodies change. Kidney function slows down, the liver processes things more slowly. That means medication 7 ones you've been taking for years may now work differently. Fatigue is a common side effect in older adults, especially with antidepressants, beta blockers, and painkillers. And when you take multiple medications at once, the effects can silently build up. Do you still feel dizzy when you stand up? Have trouble staying awake after lunch? It's not just age. It could be that your medications are slowing down your nervous system, slowing your circulation, or interacting with each other in unexpected ways. And here's the catch. Most older adults never question their medications. They think it's just part of aging. But the truth? Your body could be raising alarms. So what can you do? Ask your doctor to review all of your medications, especially if you've added a new one in the past year. You may just need to adjust your dosage to feel more alert and energized. If no one has ever warned you that your medications might be making you tired, comment 1 below. Let's uncover what's been hidden and reclaim our energy. 2. You sleep 8 hours and still wake up exhausted? You go to bed early, stay in bed until sunrise. So why do you still wake up feeling like you've been hit by a truck? Let me help you understand this clearly. After 65, sleep quantity doesn't always mean sleep quality. Many seniors unknowingly suffer from sleep apnea, where your breathing pauses throughout the night. Your body jolts awake over and over, even if you never realize it. Other disorders, like restless leg syndrome or shallow stage sleep, keep your brain from getting the deep rest it needs. You might notice dry mouth, snoring, morning headaches, or just unexplained fatigue. You may even fall asleep mid-conversation or while watching TV. This isn't just aging. It's your brain being robbed of recovery night after night. That's why even with the perfect bedtime routine, you still feel drained. Sleep disorders are silent, but deadly, increasing risk of heart failure, memory loss, and depression. If this sounds familiar, ask your doctor about a sleep study. Your tired mornings might have a very real, very fixable cause. Comment 2 below if this made you rethink your good sleep. You're not lazy, you might just be under-rested. Let's pause for a moment. If you've never thought about your sleep quality before, that's okay. No one taught us these things growing up. You're not doing it wrong, you're doing your best. And now you have one more clue to help your body rest the way it deserves. But sometimes, even with the right food and a full night's sleep, there's still a kind of tired that lingers, a deeper kind. Let's talk about that next. 3. What if your fatigue isn't physical, but emotional? You rest, you eat right, you even try light walking. But there's a heaviness inside that no nap can fix. Sometimes the most exhausting weight we carry isn't in our legs, it's in our heart. Depression, grief, and anxiety often show up in older adults as pure fatigue. No tears, no breakdowns, just a slow loss of interest, a feeling that life takes more effort than it should. If you've lost someone recently, if you feel lonely even in a room full of people, or if you're simply not yourself anymore, this could be your body's cry for emotional rest. Many seniors dismiss it. "I'm just old," they say. But emotional health matters just as much as physical. Left unchecked, it can spiral, dragging your energy, sleep, and memory down with it. You don't have to suffer silently. A gentle conversation with your doctor or counselor could bring back the light in your day. If you've ever felt this quiet kind of tired, comment 3 below. Because fatigue isn't always about muscles, sometimes it's about the soul. 4. Eat healthy, but still lack nutrients? You've switched to eating vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. You should feel great, right? And yet fatigue persists. Here's the hidden truth. Eating well doesn't guarantee optimal absorption. As we age, stomach acid tends to decrease. Intestinal absorption can be poor in some people. That means that even with a perfect diet, you could still be lacking in important nutrients like B12, vitamin D, or iron. These hidden deficiencies have a big impact. You might feel lightheaded, dizzy when standing up, or have trouble with weakness in your legs. Many older people never suspect this because they assume that good nutrition equals good health. But the body works by different rules after 65. A simple blood test can reveal what might be missing from your diet. And small supplements or injections can often restore that energy. If this surprises you, comment 4 below. You don't need to eat more, just eat smarter. 5. Your body might be battling a disease you can't feel yet. You walk slower than before. You need to sit more often. But your blood tests? Normal. Your checkups? Fine. So, why are you still tired? Let me explain. Some chronic illnesses like heart disease, kidney trouble, or early-stage lung conditions don't scream. They whisper. And fatigue is often their first clue. Your heart might be working harder to push blood through stiffened vessels. Your kidneys may be filtering less, your lungs delivering less oxygen with each breath. You might feel this as brain fog, shortness of breath, or heaviness in your chest, especially after small tasks. But most seniors blame just getting older. And here's the danger. The longer you dismiss the signs, the more damage silently builds up. You're not lazy. Your body might be in a quiet fight for balance. Talk to your doctor about unusual fatigue, especially if it feels new, sudden, or different from your usual energy. Tests like echocardiograms, lung scans, or kidney panels could tell a story that blood pressure alone won't. If this gave you pause, comment 5 below. Because sometimes the body asks for help long before it breaks down. 6. Dizziness when you stand up? It could be your blood. You stand up and feel lightheaded. Your heart is racing. You need to sit down immediately. Most people blame dehydration. But there's another reason your energy keeps dropping. Anemia, or low red blood cell count, is a fairly common condition in older adults. Even mild anemia means your cells aren't getting enough oxygen. And that causes fatigue, fogginess, shortness of breath, and a feeling of being down all day. It could be due to an iron deficiency, a vitamin B12 deficiency, or even silent bleeding. But many older adults never know because it happens slowly. You might look pale, have brittle nails, or feel weak after light work. You may even crave rocks, dirt, or strange foods, unusual signs of iron loss. This isn't something you can just push through. When your blood is low, your body is running on empty. Ask your doctor about a complete blood count, CBC. It's a simple test that can explain months, even years of fatigue. If you've been feeling lightheaded lately, comment 6 below. This could be the missing piece in your energy puzzle. Take a breath. You're not alone. Many seniors walk around for years with low iron or hidden anemia, never knowing why they feel so drained. But once you know, you can start to heal. And healing doesn't have to be hard. Sometimes the missing piece isn't in your blood, it's in your glass. Let's talk about something so simple yet so overlooked it might surprise you. 7. You're not thirsty, but you're still dehydrated. You don't feel dry, you sip water with meals. So how could you be dehydrated? Here's the hidden truth. After 65, your sense of thirst weakens. Your kidneys may not concentrate water like they used to. And some medications, especially blood pressure pills and diuretics, can flush water out faster than you drink it in. Even mild dehydration can trigger fatigue, confusion, headaches, and rapid heartbeat. You may nap more, think slower, or feel cranky without realizing the root cause. And here's what most people miss. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already behind. Start the day with a glass of water before coffee. Keep a water bottle near your chair. And consider adding a pinch of sea salt or electrolyte drops if you sweat or urinate frequently. If you've ever gone half the day without water, comment 7 below. Your energy may be waiting on your next sip. 8. Your thyroid may be draining your energy without warning. You've gained a little weight. You feel colder than usual. Your hair seems thinner. And despite sleeping more, you still wake up feeling like you haven't rested. What's happening? After 60, your thyroid, a small gland in your neck, can slow down. This condition, called hypothyroidism, reduces your metabolism, affecting everything from temperature regulation to energy production. And here's the kicker, it often develops silently, without dramatic symptoms. You might feel sluggish, mentally foggy, or have dry skin and constipation, things easy to dismiss as just aging. But when your thyroid is out of balance, your whole system slows down, and no amount of good food or long sleep can fix it. Ask your doctor for a thyroid function test, especially if you've noticed a combination of fatigue, weight gain, or mood swings. Treatment is often simple and effective. If this possibility never crossed your mind, comment 8 below. Sometimes, energy loss has nothing to do with what you eat, and everything to do with one tiny gland. 9. When you're tired inside. You thought you were fine, the fever was gone, the cough was gone. But months later, you still can't walk far without stopping. You still cancel appointments. You still feel like your phone is stuck at 20%, no matter how long you charge it. More and more older adults are realizing that even a viral infection that initially seemed mild like COVID-19 or a bad bout of the flu can cause long-term post-viral fatigue syndrome. In the case of COVID-19, this is called long COVID or post-COVID syndrome. It's your body still recovering, still fighting long after the virus is gone. This fatigue isn't laziness, it's exhaustion at the cellular level. And it manifests as brain fog, dizziness, muscle aches even after the smallest exertion. Some days, walking to the mailbox feels like running a marathon. If this is you, pace yourself, rest before you burn out. And ask your doctor about long COVID care options, including physical therapy, fatigue monitoring, and nutritional support. If you've been feeling tired since you got sick, comment 9 below. You're not imagining things. Your body just hasn't fully recovered. If that last part felt uncomfortably familiar, take comfort in this. You're not broken, you're recovering. Your body is wiser than you think. And sometimes what looks like tiredness is actually healing in slow motion. But if your exhaustion feels deeper than recovery, if it lingers, even without a clear trigger, then it might be time to look in a different direction. Let's explore something that hides beneath the surface and affects almost everything. 10. Hidden inflammation might be stealing your strength every day. You don't feel sick, you're not in pain, but you feel drained, as if your body is fighting something even when you're sitting still. That something might be inflammation. Chronic inflammation is your body's internal alarm system stuck in the on position. It happens quietly in your blood vessels, joints, even your brain, and slowly burns away at your energy. Triggers? Hidden infections, autoimmune conditions, poor gut health, and even high-stress lifestyles. And the result is deep, persistent fatigue. You may also notice joint stiffness, puffiness in the face or fingers, or mood dips that come and go. But most people never make the connection to fatigue. The good news? Gentle anti-inflammatory habits can help. Start with omega-3s from fish or flaxseed, walking in fresh air, and cutting back on processed snacks. If you've felt low energy for weeks without knowing why, comment 10 below. Because sometimes the biggest battles are the ones happening inside. You've made it this far, and that says a lot. It means you care, you're curious, and you're not willing to settle for just getting old as the answer to everything. Fatigue can feel like a heavy fog, following you even on the brightest days. But now, you've seen the truth behind the curtain. It's not always your fault, and it's not always obvious. From medications to minerals, from quiet inflammation to old viruses still echoing inside the body. Each reason we explored today is a reminder that your energy has a story. And the good news? Most of these stories can be changed. You don't have to fix everything overnight. Sometimes all it takes is one conversation with your doctor, one test, one gentle shift in how you care for your body. If you feel seen, understood, or even just a little less alone after watching this, then that's already a powerful step forward. Fatigue isn't just a burden to carry. It's a signal, and you're finally learning how to listen. So breathe easy. You're not behind. You're just beginning again, this time with more clarity than ever before.